Hi Libra, this is Heather, the medium on a mission, bringing you your August monthly forecast, and I will cover off on Libra for the sun, moon, and rising signs, and we'll just go from there. And so, like last month, I'll cover off on the body, mind, and spirit, any energies that's within that space, as well as I'm going to be doing Louise Hay power affirmation cards. And so I just wanted everyone to have kind of a lighthearted message for the month of August, and just being able to kind of really connect with some positive energy, because July was could be a bit intense for some individuals, and so I just wanted to bring that forward. So we'll just go ahead and get started and see what Spirit has to say for Libra for the month of August. So Spirit, what messages do you have for Libra for the month of August on the body level? What messages do you have on the body level? Okay, and as I'm connecting here, I do feel an energy of a male. It's interesting. There's been a lot of male presence this month. There's something about that. I'm not sure what that is, but there's a lot of male energy. This might be a male dominant energy month. It is Leo, the lion, fire sign, so there can be some intensity with that. But I do feel that energy coming forward, and I'm seeing a car. I'm being shown a car. There's a connection to the car in this individual as well. It feels like I'm not sure if this is a classic car, but I feel like there's a significance with the car. And so kind of like would be showing off that car, the pride of this car. There's something around that as well. So, all right. So let me just jump in. Spirit, what messages do you have for Libra for the body connection for the month of August? And this would be physical plane, physical body, the physical body going on for Libra this month. Okay, Spirit Woman. Okay. All right. Oh, wow. I have to tell you, this is freaking amazing. So, off camera, just before I was shuffling, this card flipped out. And I thought, well, okay, if it's meant to be, it'll pop out again. It popped out again. So, just amazing there. It's obviously intended for you. So, body, mind, and spirit card here. So, and the word, so for every sign, I also did a word. I just asked Spirit, give me a word that's needed for the sign. What do they need to hear? What's kind of their word for the month that they should be focusing on? And it was breath. So breathing, breath. And so, this goes obviously very well with the mind, body, spirit connection. And this is really around, kind of getting in touch with the breath, the energy, really kind of getting in tune with your energies, because I feel like as I'm kind of connecting here, I feel a little bit of fidgety energy. I feel like there might be some energies at the intensity. I feel like there might be some like need for a little bit more grounding. I feel like there's just this feeling of intense energy that's going on. I feel like there's some transitions that are taking place, and it can cause a little bit of intrepidation and just emotions and energies just all over the place. It could be exciting as well, though. It doesn't have to be negative. I feel like there's some excitement around the energy as well, as like kind of a something different, new beginnings, change. But that's all kind of, that can cause a need for breathing, right? For just taking a deep breath. And that's the connection here with the mind, body, and spirit. And so it's kind of beautiful, because that's how I lay out my cards, and that it's coming up as the first card for you. So it's really about kind of going inward, connecting, and just when you step outside that front door and it gets too crazy, just take a moment and breathe. It's one of the things that we forget is whether it's like anxiety or anything like that, like it's the feeling of people having anxiety, that we forget to breathe sometimes. And that's all that is. I don't care if you're giving a public speech, or sometimes it's just that feeling of, okay, taking a deep breath and just like, I'm okay, I'm safe. Because your breath it's almost like your breath triggers the mind to react in a certain way. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. And then all of a sudden your breath changes. So whenever you feel that stress, just breathe. Just focus on your breath. I mean, it's like, I love yoga. I do yoga all the time. And that's the biggest thing. Like if I feel like I'm falling, just focus on your breath. Just focus on your breath. And you always stay in the pose. Because you're focusing on the breath. And you're just like, you don't get over excited or overwhelmed. You just focus on your breath and you'll be okay. And so realistically, at the end of the day, you can just sit. If all you do, if all your yoga is breathing, then that's sufficient. That's, you know, you can do that as well. So Spirit, what messages do you have for Libra on the mind level for the month of August? What messages do you have on the mind level? Okay, willpower. Wow, you've got a lot of like, there's a lot going on. Oh, and the candle just burned out there. Okay. So, so willpower. This is willpower card. It's chakra 3, third chakra, solar plexus chakra. And so, so this is what I get with this. It's this feeling of, again, finding your centeredness and really kind of connecting with self. A lot of times I feel like there might be some situations where there's people around you and there's causing stress as well. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be, you know, it's kind of back to school season for some, and they might be going back to school and the energies can be overwhelming, or the feeling of influence of others. And I just feel like it's really about just sort of calming the energies and going inward and connecting with that, you know, the center of oneself. And that's really where your drive and willpower is. Because I do feel like an energy of, I just feel like there might be some opportunity to also just sort of check out a little bit, but Spirit's asking you to kind of pull it back and be present, but also be present with your energies and aware of what's going on, and don't sort of check out from it. So, so that's what I'm getting around that specifically. And so let's see what Spirit has in terms of the soul spiritual level. Libra for the month of August. Spirit, what do you have on the soul level? Okay, this one just popped out, new beginnings. I'm not gonna, I want to get another card, but you didn't see that one pop out, but it did. So, new beginnings. So, this really kind of goes hand in hand with what I'm seeing here in terms of this energy, this feeling of, you know, it can be kind of nervous. There's some change. There might be something going on. And so it's that feeling of your soul knows it's coming, the new beginnings. You know that that's coming next for you in terms of all that. But it's like getting into that space and really getting your space, your mind and body ready for this, this next step for you, what's coming forward. So Spirit, can you provide another card, more clarity in terms of the spirit soul level for Libra? What's going on at the spirit soul level? I'm getting chills right now. I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay. All right. Learning. Wow. So learning. Okay. A lot of cards. A lot of people are getting. Who was it? I think Sagittarius just got this as well. So, it makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of. Anyway, so people are going to school, learning, and it doesn't have to be school, it doesn't have to be formal education, but there's some things that are changing with that. So it's just this feeling of really kind of growing and learning and developing and moving forward with kind of the next steps on your journey. But it's really about keeping centered, because it can be overwhelming with these new beginnings. I think sometimes I know oftentimes our soul are more aware of what's going on than we kind of know down at this level. But it's almost like it brings through the body. We start to feel it in ways, and we don't know what to do with the energy that's shifting. It feels uncomfortable sometimes. That's where people tend to react in a way that this doesn't feel good, but change often doesn't feel good, but it's usually the right one. And so it just feels like all of this stuff is really good for you. There's good things coming. You just have to be patient with it. But it sounds like you've got a lot of new beginnings, but it's really about staying connected and grounded through this whole process, and really just breathing through it, because I feel like there's a lot of opportunity over the course of the next couple of weeks for you to get really overwhelmed in the energies. Again, it's good. It's like I'm being taken to like a kid's birthday party where, oh my gosh, overwhelmed, the cake, the party, the people, the gifts, everything's so exciting. But just know that don't burn yourself out. Just stay connected, stay grounded, keep your drive going. Don't let it, don't let the energies kind of waver on you. If you really kind of stay in your power, then you won't have to kind of burn out with it. And so it just feels like a lot of good things are coming with you. And I want to pull an additional card here as well. I just feel like We should pull one more and see what else Spirit has to say for you. Okay, what else do you have for Libra at this time, Spirit? What other messages do you have? Okay, Spirit family. And so this is just acknowledging that your Spirit family's around you and they're supporting you through this process. I feel like some of the things that you're going through are going to be next level. They're going to be some, you're kind of going through the gates, right? In terms of the next level of your life's journey. There's some transition away from what no longer serves you, or maybe you've sort of come to a point of moving into another space in your life, and it just feels like you know, it's all good, but it can be scary at times. But just know that your Spirit family's there to support you, and not surprised they wanted me to pull an additional card, and it's just to give them a little bit of a shout out. So they're acknowledging you and all the work that you're doing, and just keep breathing. It's, you know, it's all good. So let's pull a positive affirmation card to see specifically what Spirit has to say for Libra for the month of August. What positive affirmation should they carry with them throughout the month? Okay. So, I can release the past and forgive everyone. I free myself and everyone in my life from old past hurts. They are free and I am free to move into new glorious experiences. And so this is that new beginning, learning. You're moving away from something that, you know, it's outdated for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be an experience where it's just an experience where, you know, it's almost like an evolution of time, and you're moving away from these things. And again, this is that feeling of being present in this, being focused, breathing through it for these new beginnings, because it can be overwhelming. There's some new experiences coming your way, Spirit's guiding you, and it feels really good. And just it sounds like you've got a lot of amazing things on the horizon for August. And I know it can be scary, but it sounds like it's amazing for you. And just you know, it's kind of like winning the lotto, right? It's one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, it's exciting, but it's also scary because it comes with a major responsibility, right? And so it's one of those things where it's like, it's all good, but there is a sense of responsibility associated to it, and moving kind of past those things, and just kind of moving forward to the next level. So amazing reading, Libra. I hope you have an amazing August. Namaste.